Hi everyone, it's Phil here from Ashland Leather. If you've been paying attention to the news and sort of the leather boot world and shell Cordovan world, you probably came across these Viberg boots with this really interesting Drywear print. I had a customer in today and we were talking about our thoughts on this boot with a really interesting texture. And I've got some conclusions that I wanted to go over, but I came across this article here on Gear Patrol, which also includes those really great photos that Viberg produced. And in this article, it says, Canadian bootmaker Viberg just released a new version of its Derby boot in a very special stamped leather. The World War I military issue style is made with Horween Drywear shell Cordovan. I'm going to stop the quote here for a second. I don't know if I would call it Drywear shell Cordovan. I would call this shell Cordovan with a Drywear deboss or Drywear emboss pattern print onto it. And they continue here by saying, this is the first time the Horween's Drywear print has been used on shell Cordovan. That's true. In the 50s, it was used to brand the Chicago Tannery's waterproof leather program, and the resulting texture is unlike anything else on the market. So that's absolutely true, and I think this is a really interesting move by Viberg and Horween. I think this texture is not necessarily for me, but I think that this is just a really cool statement that Viberg is making. They just want to go out there and try something new, and I really am respecting that effort. So anybody that's picked these up, I'd really be curious to see what they look like in person. And I'm kind of curious, what's your opinion on these really unique boots that Viberg's putting out? Hi everyone, it's Phil here from Ashland Leather, and I've got a bunch of good stuff to show you today. We've got a bunch of items that are shipping out, so if you've ordered something in the last day, you're probably going to see your item in here. We've also got a really special flash sale on a really incredible piece of color number 4 shell Cordovan. And then I've got some new belts that I wanted to show you that we're going to be offering as a discount as well. Let's start off here with some of the stuff we're shipping out. And up first, I actually had a request for this one, so it was a little surprising when we got an order for it as well. This is an Amaretto shell Cordovan Johnny the Fox with a reverse interior. And I believe somebody yesterday in the comments was asking to see this one. This is an incredible looking piece of shell Cordovan on this Johnny the Fox, and I really hope that the full level of quality is showing through on this video, because this is just a stunning piece of shell Cordovan, and I absolutely love the reverse interior that this one has as well. Up next here, I have a really neat Bugs Moran. This one has black shell Cordovan on the exterior, and on the inside, I'm a huge fan of this reverse interior. This is a black reverse, and although it appears green, that is what the reverse of the black shell Cordovan looks like. Just check out how cool that randomized dye splatter is on this one. We've had a couple people pick up these really neat carbon fiber combs from Chicago Comb, and these come with the English Tan Dublin. We've had a couple people pick these up today. Can't wait for you to have these. This is the same combination that I use at home every day, and I really like it. Just something that's going to last you a long time. In yesterday's video, we compared color number 4 shell Cordovan with color number 8 shell Cordovan, and all of the color 4 that I've been receiving from the tannery recently is just strikingly beautiful. And this is a Fat Herbie in color number 4 shell Cordovan. Check out how beautiful that medium brown shade is. It has sort of those orangey red undertones, and this shell is just perfectly smooth. I absolutely love this. And the inside, we've got a really neat Horween ink stamp on the top, but on the bottom there, you can see peeking out just from the card holders is the measuring machine stamp from Horween that ends in Horween USA. So that's what you're seeing on the bottom there. And the team today, you guys in the room here, have done a really great job on all the edges. Just check out how sweet the edges look on this piece of shell Cordovan. It seems like a few people were inspired by that video yesterday, and I'm glad to help you guys out, because I didn't realize it until after I posted the video, but a lot of people were looking to compare the color number 4 with color number 8. So this is a color number 8 shell Cordovan Tony the Ant. It's just really beautiful. It's a dark brown burgundy shade, sort of hints of purple underneath. So it's multi-toned, like the undertone color, like you can see on the card holder there, is lighter that direction than when I put it this direction, but this is just a really great looking Tony the Ant. Now here's a really cool Frank the Enforcer in color 8 all reverse, and I'm showing you the back side of this one first because I just love this Horween ink stamp on the back. It's got those random dye spots on the back, and the front has the dye stains as well. It's just a really good looking Frank the Enforcer here. And the last wallet here for today, check out how awesome this Johnny the Foxes, and this one is in that color 4 that I demonstrated yesterday. Just a beautiful shade. Just check out how nice that shade is on the back here. It's kind of like a caramel color. It's just really beautiful. So I'm a huge fan of this color number 4 shell Cordovan, especially with the mock interior. And the inside here, I've demonstrated just briefly how the cards lay out. You can fit 3 different layers of cards on the right and 3 on the left, and there's a hidden slot in the middle here. For those of you that are not familiar with the wallet of this style, you can actually fit multiple cards in each of these slots. So I use 2 or 3 in each slot, so this can hold quite a bit of cards. And the back, these are designed to hold US dollars, and you can see a little bit of that Horween ink stamp just peeking out the back. All right, last and finally up today, I'm really excited to show you these belts. And these are belts made out of the English Tan Dublin, which is a new favorite leather of mine. The English Tan Dublin just has a really great color and really intense grain character that I admire every time I take a look at this leather. It has a really hard wax surface, so when you flex this leather, you can start to see that wax be displaced, and this is what we call the burst effect. And because of that layer of wax, you get a really great depth of color on the Dublin, and it also ages really, really well. So this is a perfect leather for a belt. And on this one, we've paired it with an antique brass buckle that just, I think, pairs perfectly with the English Tan Dublin. One more thing to note, we spent a little bit of extra time and money to finish off the back sides of the leather, the sort of suede side of the leather. And we do this to give it a more smooth feel when you're wearing this belt on a pair of jeans. I've had friends of mine that have picked up black Dublin belts from me, and they've worn this belt, and they said that it's the most comfortable belt they ever have worn. It's because the belt doesn't dig into their body, and I think finishing the back sides might have a bit to do with that. So thanks for checking out the video today. By the time you see this video, I'm planning to have a couple limited sizes of these Dublin belts here. Everything on the table is all I have. So if you're interested in these, I've got them in 34, 30, 36, and that might be it. So don't wait on these. I've only got about 9 of them here. So thanks again for checking it out, and I'll see you again tomorrow.